And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And Beal kicks to Howard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
No question about it. I mean, when you talk about bruisers, that's his game. I mean, he's put that time in the weight room, and guess what? Now he's putting that strength and muscle to use.
And Jalgiris making a change here. Moultrie's checked in. And he's good on the second. And it's Jalgiris with the ball. Passes it to B. He dishes it to Jackson. Working on Howard. Howard with the block. But he gets it back. Jackson passes to Moultrie. On the clock. And the dunk by Jackson.
We knew what was going to happen with that one when he got his hands on it.
Yeah, you know, if the ball comes to him off the offensive boards, Clark, it's going to go back down hard.
It's amazing how many points he salvages for his team.
Now here's Wall. Feeds it to Porter. The Wizards have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Around a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
Bill Walker, he's checked in for Jalgiris. So he gets them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Moultrie, the pass to B. There's the feed to Jackson. Rebound by John Wall. Jalgiris on D. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Jalgiris' head coach. We talked about the problems of facing a player who is athletically gifted like John Wall. He told me that staying in front of him with a solo defender is near impossible. So we'll try to lull him into traps and get him taking shots that he doesn't feel comfortable taking.
And thank you, Doris.
And the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back. Straight to the rack.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Kicks to Moultrie. The pass to B. This is to Moultrie. The shot. Cans the shot from the wing.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this team can get, the better.
And Washington has possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Beal. Here's Howard. Some solid defense there from Jackson. On offense, here's Jalgiris. They trail by 1. Pass to Moultrie. Walker. No good from outside.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on top.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time. Climbing the ladder for the 360. That's major bounce right there.
Yeah, Clark, he was sky high on the finish.
He's just a beautiful blend of athleticism, coordination, and confidence.
Campbell, he's checked in for Jackson. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Howard. And it's out of bounds. Jalgiris able to retain possession here. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
And here's Wall. The dish to Beal. Working down low. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Jalgiris making a change here. And both free throws good for Beal. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Beal with the steal. Out of bounds, Jalgiris takes possession. Number one, covered by Wall. He kicks to Moultrie. Shot clock at 6. He feeds it to Walker. Rebound by the Wizards.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
Campbell working against Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. And Jalgiris making a change here. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Moultrie. Clock at 6. The three-pointer no good.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Jalgiris trails by 4. Van Gundy defended by Beal. Six on the shot clock. Here's Campbell, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Wall's shot is off. On offense, here's Jalgiris. Left side, Walker. Plenty of space. And the rebound goes to Howard.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game. Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Moultrie dishes to Walker. Passes it to Moultrie. And again, Jalgiris, no luck. Washington leading now by 4. Howard kicks to Porter. Here's Wall. And the layup's good off the glass. Wall's got 5. And Jalgiris making a change here. Jalgiris trails by 6. Van Gundy, he's guarded by Howard. Wall with some nice defense. He dishes it to Morris. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Wizards have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for him.
They're really earning their living at the line today.
And Jalgiris making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Good on both. You talk about earning a living at the line, there's been a big disparity between these teams.
Well, I think, Kevin, you get fouls by getting into the lane and driving to the hoop. One team is more aggressive, the other team's a little more passive, and that's why you have the disparity.
Good foul. 6 to shoot. Gets it to go. Wizards leading by 6. Here is Wall. He has 5. Porter. They get it back. Here's Morris. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Feeds to Jackson. Tries from 10. No good. Nice D from Porter.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Offensive rebound. Here's Wall. And he banks in the layup. Wall's got 7.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Now the feed to Jackson. It's stolen by Wall. Picked off in midair. Hits the bucket.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And Beal kicks to Morris. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You see their early fouls here? They're having an impact so far.
And Clark, you're right. The early fouls contributing to the deficit here in the first.
Yeah, I don't think they're moving their feet well enough, Kevin. I mean, when you foul, you're typically out of position and you're late. So they've got to anticipate better and then play defense without fouling. Stop using your hands.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
They're shooting extremely well from the free throw line now.
And Jalgiris making a change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. As you mentioned, free throw shooting a big reason for the lead.
Yeah, it really is, Kevin. And again, they're actually attacking the rim. They're putting the pressure on the officials to call fouls. Those fouls are being called. And then they're stepping up to the line and knocking down those free throws.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
Beal. And that one is hammered home. Well, Clark, a clear line to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
And the pass to Beal. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Arnett Moultries checked in for Jalgiris. There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. Morris passes to Beal. From 13, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's a 10-point Wizards lead.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical. He's missing a lot of shots out here. Offensively, he just has not been able to produce in this quarter. They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
That's good from Porter on the assist from Beal. And the Wizards lead by 14.
You know, they've really built the lead on their inside game and their ability to convert second chance opportunities, Kevin.
Walker dishes to Moultrie. It's stolen by Morris. Kicks it to Beal. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And that one's good. And that's now 11 points for John Wall.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Back to Jackson. To halt the run, and that one's good. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Stolen. Moultrie, the pass to Beal. No good on the triple. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Wall's running. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And he was up over the 80% mark from the free throw line last year. I'm sure he was pretty happy with those numbers.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And that one falls for Wall. And so Wall nails both of them. Outside, Walker for three. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Washington out in front, up by 16. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
These shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
Who's watching here?
Number one, covered by Wall. All alone, rips down the breakaway slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Moultrie with it, guarded now by Morris. Outside, Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Boy, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
And Beal kicks to Porter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Free throw good, Porter. And Porter drops them both. Zalgiris trails by 18. Number one, covered by Wall. And stolen by Howard. Oh, and here comes... Oh, get it! Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I would have kept...
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Back to Jackson. Jackson, a screen on Beal. Adelman, and that one's good.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Morris dishes to Howard. Cannot hit. And Zalgiris will come the other way. Now here's Moultrie. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And Zalgiris making a change here.
Campbell.
And Beal kicks to Wall. Drains it from beyond the arc. Wall's got 7 points for the quarter.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Pass to Campbell. Dishes it to Walker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Morris, no good.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
A 3-ball. A follow-up jam.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback? Flush it down.
Oh, that's some energy we just witnessed right there.
And that's the kind of energy you need on the offensive glass. That's the only way to get it done.
Shooting for Washington. Otto Porter. At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Porter.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
And Porter drops them both. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Moultrie, defended by Morris. Shot clock at 6. Off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Jackson, he's checked in for Arnett Moultrie.
Jackson.
Walker against Porter. Pocket 6. Walker goes in. Number 1, defended by Beal. Up top, Walker. Number 1, the shot's good on the assist by Walker.
He's so reliable, and his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. 10 points for Otto Porter Jr.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half part. That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
And Jalgiris making a change here. So it's Washington now. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. There's the dish to Morris. He kicks it to Porter. He passes to Wall. And that one's good. Wall's got 22. And Jalgiris making a change here. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen thus far, I wouldn't hold my breath.
That's going to be tough. Outside, Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Adelman, rejected by Beal. And even 3-on-3 break. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. That's 10 points here for Beal.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
Pass to Campbell. He feeds it to Walker. Off the pick. Morris with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Beal's shot is good.
Things are starting to warm up from the field for them this quarter as they add to their lead.
Yeah, it seems like everybody, Steve, has the hot hand right now.
From deep, Walker gets it to go. Walker's got 5 now.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And Jalgiris making a change here.
Number 1.
Here's Beal. Rebound by Jalgiris.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Passes to Jackson. Hits the jumper. He has 6. Wizards leading by 22. Knocks it loose. Wall attacking. Drops in the layup for 2.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Number 12. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 3rd rebound tonight. It's Beal on the wing. And it's blocked. But they recover it. Here's Wall. Beal. Here's Howard. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. And defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Moultrie, the pass to Jackson. Clock at 6. Some solid defense there for Morris.
He has not been on his game, and their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
There's Beal with the three. The shot no good. And Jalgiris will come the other way. Morris with the ball. He's got 6. Porter kicks to Morris. All 3 off the mark. On offense, here's Jalgiris. Number 12, defended by Beal. He dishes it to Moultrie. Here's Jackson. Nails the baby hook. Jackson's got 8 points.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Here's Morris. And another miss by Washington.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Feeds it to Jackson. The pass to Moultrie. Releases. That one wide left.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
And Beal kicks to Wall. And he's good on the 3-ball. Wall's got 27 points.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
There's 47 seconds left now here in the second. 5 to shoot. Here's Van Gundy. Oh, it's blocked. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A big group substitution here for Jalgiris.
Campbell. Ramos. Walker. Adelman.
And it's Washington's ball. Now Beal. He's got 12. 14 feet away. The shot no good. Walker with some nice D. Pass to Campbell. That's tipped. Number 1. Off target with his 3. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Washington out in front, running away with it. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
is up and finished off by Porter.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Shot clock at 6. Number 1. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 7.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Beal's gone 6 of 11 tonight. More makes than misses. B, defended by Beal. No good from B.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Step back shot. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 16 points.
When it rains and pours, another jump shot tickles that twine.
Yeah, they've got it flowing right now, guys. They're putting together a nice little run.
Wall with the steal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
Yeah, it's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing efficient basketball.
No good on the quick 3. Here's Van Gundy. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wall's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Howard. Here's Beal. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Jalgiris making a change here.
Number 12.
Van Gundy, covered by Wall. Inside to Campbell. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
And here is Morris. He's got 6. Here's Howard. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Wizards.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And the other thing, guys, defensively, a great job of closing out and blocking shots.
That free throw missing. And Jalgiris making a change here. He doesn't get the second one. And it's out of bounds. Jalgiris able to retain possession here. He's checked in for Jalgiris. Lays out. And it's out of bounds. Jalgiris able to retain possession.
15 seconds.
Back to Jackson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. Steve, a resounding dunk.
Yeah, a take no chances slam, guys.
Wall dishes to Howard. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Not the guy you want to see taking too many free throws. Last season, his numbers among the worst in the league.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Free throw good, Howard. And both free throws good for Howard. On offense, here's Žalgiris. Here's B. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Washington. They're on a 14-6 run.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And something else he does is he's great off the dribble. He can take it to the rack or pull up. So as a defender, you don't know how to play him.
And Žalgiris making a change here. Jackson a screen on Howard. Here's Nakbar. Here's B. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Now the dish to Morris. He passes to Beal. Wall up top. In low to Howard. And the layup is good. Howard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Pass to Campbell. Number one, guarded by Porter. It's stolen by Wall. And here we go. Washington fast break. He kicks it to Howard. He's against Campbell. He feeds it to Porter. Nice D from Campbell.
Got a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Knockball. He's guarded by Howard. No good from Campbell. Porter with it. He's got 18. They grab their own miss. Outside for Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. The second chance effort. Out of bounds. Žalgiris takes possession. A platoon swap here for Žalgiris. Van Gundy covered by Wall. And the official signaled a backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, you've got to simply value the possession. They've given up 6 points off turnovers this quarter alone.
Yeah, and that's the reason for this deficit. I mean, it's been ugly basketball so far.
He dishes it to Morris. Feeds it to Porter. The 9-footer's on the mark. Porter's got 20.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Number 44. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Washington now. They're on a 20-6 run. Outside for Beal. Now the pass to Porter. 6 to shoot. The feed to Beal. Shoots from 12. No good. And Žalgiris will come the other way. Here's Adelman. Rebound by the Wizards. Morris has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, Wall. Howard. Pass to Porter. Kicks it to Morris. Dishes it to Wall. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Porter outside. Can't hit.
Great looking board there, just like you coach it. Establishing position and then boxing out.
To the middle. Moultrie, guarded by Porter. Moultrie, that's good.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Back to Howard. Passes it to Wall. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
A big group substitution here for Žalgiris. He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
At the line for one.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
There's the dish to Jackson. He passes to Moultrie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Morris. And he gets it back. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Washington with the ball. Pass to Beal. Drills the three-pointer. Beal's got 11 points here in just the second half. Number 1. No good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Wizards out front, opening up a huge gap. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And here's Wall. He kicks to Beal. He feeds it to Porter. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Knock ball. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And Jalgiris making a change here.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good. Porter. And Jalgiris making a change here. Rambis is checked in. And Porter drops them both. There's the pass to Rambis. Here's Campbell. Van Gundy, guarded by Porter. Backing down is Jackson. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Great adjustment to avoid the D. That's hard to stop.
And Howard, here we go. Can't hit from in close. And it's Jalgiris with the ball. From deep. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Wall. And it's Rambis with the rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
And Jalgiris making a change here. Pass to Campbell. B, defended by Beal. The shot's good from B.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Now, here's Porter. He's tightly guarded. Comes up empty down on the post. Pass to B. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
And Jalgiris making a change here. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Outside, Wall. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Good game for John Wall. He's got 10 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. The assists have been coming for him, along with putting some numbers up from the foul line, too.
A very unselfish play from him. He's been really a tremendous factor in this game.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's Jalgiris with the ball. Adelman covered by Wall. B offline with his 3. They're making this a runaway.
Well, the only question now is how big will this lead eventually become? I mean, this is a blowout.
And Wall. Here we go now. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Wall's got 36.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Pass to Campbell. And again, Jalgiris, no luck. And here's Porter. Outside, Wall. From the left block, it's hauled in by Moultrie. Moultrie's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the pass to Campbell. Wall with the steal. Pass to B. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And Jalgiris making a change here.
Number 12.
Here's Washington now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Porter kicks to Wall. With the shot. And the shot is long.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And Jalgiris making a change here. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. He dishes it to Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists in the game. Number 12, covered by Wall. Number 12. And again, Jalgiris, no luck. And so it's Washington with it. Feeds to Porter. Dishes to Wall. Beal. Swiped it away. Kicks to Moultrie. Clock at 6. The feed to Jackson. Good. Jackson's got 10 points in just the second half.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Tries to save it, and that misses badly. Air ball.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
These are incredible rebounding numbers. I'm not sure if we've ever seen anything like this, Clark.
Oh, that's for sure, Steve. I mean, a superhuman performance on the backboards. Well done.
Misses from close range. On offense, here's Jalgiris. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter, and it's Moultrie missing.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
Here is Howard. Backs him down. 7-foot shot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Number 44. And again, Jalgiris, no luck. Now here's Wall. Here's B. And it's out of bounds. Jalgiris able to retain possession. And Jalgiris making a change here.
Adelman. And Bendy.
And it's sent back by Howard. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Beal can't get it to go. And they're running. No luck. Great tee that time from Porter.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Now here's Moultrie, defended by Morris. And here we go. Washington fast break. Morris with the ball.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And it's Moultrie missing.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
That's good. All sorts of time. Rebound, Washington. Wall's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You see the space he had? I mean, there's just an obvious speed disadvantage for the defender here.
And Jalgiris making a change here.
One shot.
On offense, here's Jalgiris. The dish now to Jackson. Looking to end the run. Soft touch off the glass. Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
Beal with it. Now guarded by B. Here's Porter. Rebound by Jalgiris. Howard with the steal. They're running. We've got 1:28 left in the game. Beal the pass to Howard. And Wall kicks to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Howard.
Well, that's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Van Gundy defended by Beal. Number 44 guarded by Porter. Number 44 tips it, but no good. So it's Washington now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Off his foot, and the refs whistling a kickball. And Jalgiris making a change here.
Number 1. Adelman.
Knocked away. Porter kicks the Wall. And the rejection by Campbell. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Number 44. Van Gundy.
Five on the clock. Here's Beal. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. Been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
Passes it to B. From the arc. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Number 1. Adelman.
And here are the Wizards now. He kicks it to Porter. Outside, Wall. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Van Gundy.
Here's Van Gundy. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Horace Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
Kalbe.